This weekend, I am getting organized for the new year. I am also going to spend this weekend before getting into a busy week setting up a couple things that I recently got for Christmas. So to start this video off, I did get a new iPhone from my parents. So thank you, Mom and Dad. I love you. I'm super excited for this. This is the iPhone 13 Pro. I am currently using my iPhone 10. So this is definitely going to be an upgrade, especially with the camera. I'm so excited. So I'm going to unbox this quickly and then we're going to get it set up. Now, please tell me I am not alone on this because I feel like I'm the only person that really does this. But does anyone ever like put off when they get something new that they have to set up, that they might have to get used to and maybe it changed? Do you guys ever put that off? Because I feel like I always do that when I get a new phone. Like I don't want to immediately set it up because I just want to like savor the time with my old phone, which I recognize is so silly. And then it's also so beautiful. I just want to like have it for a little bit before I break it open. I recognize that this is so weird, but if you are similar, please let me know. But anyways, I am going to open this up and set it up. So I did already take the tabs off because I just wanted to take a look at it, but it just opens up like this. So beautiful. So it just comes with its cord and then directions on how to set it up. And I got the gold version and this is the 512 gigabyte one. My current iPhone is about half that size and I've never had any storage issues, but I figured, you know, I'm a bit of a data hoarder. So I figured it would be good to just have that extra storage. Oh, it's so beautiful and it's all shiny. It also does come with an Apple sticker. I think that all Apple products do. So I'm going to first back up my phone, then I will move it over to this phone and we will get it going. So I do need a case for this new iPhone and I need your advice because I ordered a phone case from Casetify a few months ago. It was this month. I'll look it up. I got this case in this month. It was definitely less than a year ago. I was super impressed with their cases. I thought they were beautiful, super lightweight, and it's obviously protected my phone great. Dropped this phone like a million times and it has never damaged the screen. Now, I do have a problem though. Within the last 3 weeks, maybe 3 weeks to a month, my case started breaking. Now, I feel like I've never seen anybody talk about this with their Casetify cases, so I may email customer support just to see if they have any guidance on this. And like, of course I can super glue it, but the thing is, I don't know if I want to buy a new Casetify case knowing that this one broke in less than a year. Like it started coming undone from one side and then I figured that, oh, maybe I hit it on the edge or something and it loosened up, because once it loosens up, like I totally get that it will start to like come undone. And then the other side started doing the exact same thing. I haven't been anywhere with like extreme cold or extreme heat, so I don't really know what the explanation is there. But I do love the Casetify cases. They are so thin for how protective they are, and they come in so many cute designs. So I'm just like on the fence. Like I kind of want to reorder from Casetify, but also like my phone case broke, you know? So it's like, oh, I'm on the fence. Another exciting thing that I got for Christmas is an espresso machine. So this is something that I've been wanting for a while, and Jonathan surprised me with it for Christmas. I was so excited because that's something that I like briefly mentioned to him, but I didn't think that he was really going to take note and to get me an espresso machine, because I always talked about how I was waiting for our Keurig to die before getting an espresso. I am so happy. He actually got a really good deal on it. He had been scoping out the deals for like months before Christmas, so that when he got a deal from Bed Bath & Beyond, he was able to use a coupon on top of the sale. So I was super happy about that. I love a good deal, and so I have really been enjoying that. So I'm gonna quickly go back up my phone and then we'll get my new phone going. So it's been a couple hours. My phone is still backing up, so I will get back to that at a later time. Before the sun completely goes down today, I did want to share some of my goals for the new year, and we will get started on some of those goals tomorrow. So the first goal I want to mention is I want to set a reading goal for this year. So I didn't set a reading goal for last year. I probably can look back and track how many books I read, but I didn't have a set goal. So my goal this year is to only read 12 books or more. Now, I'm sure I can surpass that goal, but I don't want to set a goal too high because because this is my first year setting a reading goal. I will be creating a Goodreads account so that I can track the books I read and share the thoughts I have on each of those books, because I feel like that was a missed opportunity this last year. So I did want to take an opportunity to share some books that Jonathan gave me for Christmas. He gave me a ton of books, but I just wanted to share some of them because I heard they're really good and I'm excited to read them this year. So the first one is The Song of Achilles. I heard this is really sad, but really good. So I'm excited to read this. I'm probably going to read this one next. Next up is Verity. I heard that this book is kind of scary and a little dark, which I recently heard. Before that, I just heard that it was really good. This book has like crazy good reviews on Amazon. And so I'm very much looking forward to it because I heard that this book is the book that gets a lot of readers into Colleen Hoover's books. They're like, I read this book and now I read every single book she ever comes out with. So I'm excited to read this book. I'll report back. And then the next book is The Good Luck Club. This one I've actually never heard of, but Jonathan and I are both half Asian and half Caucasian. And so we both share in common having Asian grandparents and finding the connection between not only our Asian parents, but our Asian grandparents is something that is just like such a unique experience to any American child with Asian heritage. So he thought this book would be really great, and he said that he'll probably read it after me, but he gave it to me as a gift because he thought that I would really like it based on like the things that we've talked about and some things we both relate on with our Asian heritage. So I am excited for this. And then last book. So this last book is a self-help book and it is Rich Dad Poor Dad. So I've been getting really into personal finance the last few years. I mostly get my personal finance information from YouTube. Love Graham Stephan's YouTube channel. I love the financial diet. So I try to watch multiple different financial channels to get like a diverse perspective on just like learning more about finance, because it's so important. And then the more you know, the more you realize just like how little you knew before. And it's like not that difficult. You just don't even know where to start. So I highly recommend those two channels, but I wanted to read this book because I heard it is really good and it helps you kind of change your mindset around how to think about money and the different ways that different people think about money from their different perspective and the lessons that you can learn from that. I'm excited to read this book too. I might read this on the side of other books, since sometimes reading nonfiction books can be so boring that I feel like I need to like mix it up a little bit. So I'm excited to read this too. So that's already 4 books, and I have so many books that I've gotten from used bookstores and thrift stores. Those are my 2 favorite places to find books. And so I will probably go through all of those books too to kind of set a reading list. So I can easily meet 12 books now. And I'm sure I will continue to purchase books. So I'll probably read more than 12 books hopefully, but that is one of my main goals for this year. For my second goal, it is on the realm of personal finance. So at the beginning of 2021, I calculated my net worth. So I will be doing that again tomorrow to calculate my net worth, just to see where I'm at and if I'm kind of heading closer to my savings goals for like my long-term big things that I'm saving for, such as my wedding, maybe a dog, a house, these bigger purchases that I want to be like building, I'm getting closer to. So I want to calculate my net worth, and then another goal throughout the year is to keep up with a budget. So there are easier ways to track your budget, such as using like mint.com. That's a really passive way to manage your budget, which is really helpful. Now I manually budget using Google Sheets, and I set it up myself, but I used a template from Microsoft Excel that I got off of a blog. Now I don't have Microsoft Excel anymore because for my day-to-day things, like I didn't want to continue paying for it annually. It's like $200 a year. And because Google Sheets work just the same, I decided to just move it over to Sheets and create it myself. So anyways, I do like to start my year by setting an approximate budget with my approximate income, my approximate expenses. So I'll look at 2021 and how that went, and then I will predict my expenses for 2022 based on how 2021 went. Now, of course, it always changes throughout the year, but I like with Google Sheets, you can just keep it updated basically. So tomorrow I will go through and calculate my net worth and go through my finances as well. I also do want to set some automations with my savings, and I want to move some of my money so that it saves a certain amount every month to go into either my wedding fund or to long-term savings like emergency fund money. A finance tip that I learned just just from videos I've watched and some books that I've read, is if you want to save more money, save first and then spend what's left. Normally, I feel like it's just like so habitual to spend however much you want in the month and then whatever you have left to save it. You end up actually just spending more because you have more. But if you save it first and you kind of account for anything that you very consciously want to spend, then you end up actually spending less. And I'll definitely try to automate the process so that it's really easy for me to maintain throughout the year. So the last goal I want to talk about is health and fitness. So I actually did start a workout program in December from MadFit. She had a December workout program. And to be completely honest, I finished the first week and then the month just got so busy that I just kind of dropped off of it. So I'm going to do that again in January. I also am going to set a step goal. The first week of January, I set it for 5,000 steps, and then the second week will be 6,000, 7,000, 8,000, etc. until I'm able to reach 10,000 steps a day. And then after that final week, then my goal is to walk 10,000 steps a day with the exception of 1 day a week. So some days, like especially if I have a migraine, which has been a problem honestly, or I'm hungover or I'm sick, you know, whatever it may be, I will give myself grace 1 day a week, but I'm hoping to maintain that throughout the entire rest of the year. So the biggest tip that I have for eating healthier is to not focus on what you're cutting from your diet and focus more about the healthy things that you can add into your diet. So I'm just setting a broad goal for 2022 to buy more fruits and vegetables, buy healthier options at the grocery store, avoid processed sugar or purchasing processed sugar to bring into the house, and then making sure that those healthy foods are prepped before the start of the week so that when I'm actually reaching for a snack, it is the convenient choice. Since that's usually when I will pick an unhealthy option. It's when it's convenient and I'm hungry and busy or lazy, you know, whatever it may be. So that's definitely a goal of mine as well. We're gonna go grocery shopping tomorrow, so I will also show my healthy Trader Joe's haul for some healthy food ideas. I've already been implementing that goal, so I'm hoping that I'll just be able to continue that into the new year. I know with New Year's resolutions, sometimes it feels a little like what's the point, or just a little like gimmicky, but I love the new year. I love a new month. I love the fall season too. It just feels like a fresh start. And so I look for opportunities where it can feel like more inspiring to set goals for yourself. But with any goal, consistency is key, and focusing on what you can control versus the results, in my opinion, is the most effective way to set a goal. So let me know what your goals are for 2022. I would love to hear them, but follow along to see how these goals go throughout the year. Good morning. It is the next day. So here's what we have on the to-do list today to get organized and prepared for the new year. So first things first, we're gonna go to Trader Joe's. We'll do a healthy grocery haul. Second, I'm going to get my new phone set up. Last night, I actually ordered a phone case that's going to come in today, which is great, so quick. So I'll share which one I ended up getting. And then we will sit down, do some computer work, get my finances in order for the new year, get prepared with my new budget, and then hopefully be able to spend the rest of the day just cleaning up and getting ready for the new week. So this is the weekend after all of the holidays, which is like the most Sunday of all of the Sundays to ever exist. There's a little bit of Sunday scaries happening, but that's okay. We'll get through it and we'll get prepared for the week. So we just got back from Trader Joe's. I'm gonna share with you everything we picked up. So this is all of our groceries for 2 people for a full week. Maybe something's a little bit longer. The total was on the higher end of what it typically is for a week for us. The total was $200 or just a little bit under $200, but that's okay because we were out of town last week. And so a lot of these things we needed to replenish that last longer than a week. So that's okay. And then when it comes to how we grocery shop, we try not to always pick the cheapest option when picking foods, especially foods that are on the dirty dozen that have high pesticides and things like that. Usually we'll try to spend a little more and get the organic, but this year my fiance and I are really trying to limit our food waste. We are challenging ourselves to try to have as little food waste as possible. So to be really thoughtful with the things we're buying and trying to eat it before they go bad. And to be completely honest with you, we have historically not been the best at this. So it is going to be a challenge, but that's our main focus when we do choose what we do buy for our groceries. All right, so here is everything we picked up. So starting over here, I'm gonna start with the non-refrigerated items. And my fiance and I do shop separately, but then we do cook for each other. So some of these items are for Jonathan, and then some of these items I have planned for my own meals for lunch and dinner. So he got some snack packs for healthy snacks, and then he bought these for, I think we're gonna make a stew. He bought some matcha almond milk and this cacio e pepe sauce, which I've never tried. I wonder if that's good. He bought some spindrift, some pasta. A lot of these items are actually his. Some tortillas, a loaf of bread. I bought these little mandarins. I figured they would be a really good healthy snack, but it was a huge bag, so I'm hoping I can eat through them. Maybe I'll keep some in the fridge. Some arugula. I bought some salmon, so I bought this arugula to pair with it. And then I bought these chicken tikka samosas, and these are really good and really easy. You can pop them in the air fryer for like a really easy meal. So I decided to grab that as a backup meal. My favorite veggie burgers to put with salads. I got some frozen edamame for a snack to maybe pair with the salmon, also as like a side. Jonathan got some breaded chicken tenderloin breasts, and then he got some celery, some carrots. I got this romaine lettuce for salad, so I gotta prep that or I will not eat it. That's the thing about getting things like this, is like the trick to actually eating it is to take the time to prep it. So I'm going to do that today. I got a couple juice shots because it feels like everyone is getting sick, and I think the Trader Joe's ones is the best price for what it is. I think their juice shots are only like $1.99, which is great. So I got a couple of those. Got some cherry tomatoes to make a caprese salad because I have a basil plant, so I got some mozzarella too. I did get some tomato on the vine also because I do just really like tomatoes, so I thought I'd add that into a lot of my meals. I got Brussels sprouts. Here we go. I got 1 lemon for the salmon, 1 apple for a snack, and then some sweet potatoes. Jonathan got some carrots for the stew. I got an onion. Jonathan got a whole bag of onions. I got some avocado and some green beans, and then we both got garlic since we love garlic in our house. But like most of these vegetables, I'm planning to put on a sheet tray and roasting up for a healthy side. Here is my favorite pesto. I got this for the salmon too. I love this pesto on salmon, but I also got some chicken too. It just makes everything taste so good, and it's so easy. Jonathan got some spinach tortellini, and then green beans. I've been really liking green beans on the side, steamed up with some soy sauce and some teriyaki sauce. It's really good. He got some eggs. Jonathan got some cheese. He got American cheese because he's gonna be making some smash burgers for dinner one night. I got some cream cheese. Jonathan said he's gonna help me eat this, but I have some smoked salmon in the fridge, so that's why I got that. Jonathan got some coffee creamer, mozzarella ball for the caprese salad. Jonathan got some sausage. He's going to make paella, so that's what that's for. I got some pre-cooked chicken for some healthy salads, and then last thing is our meat. So I bought this chicken. Usually I get organic chicken, but I loved how this one was separately packed, so I could put some in the freezer. So I've been really into trying to cook chicken since I'm not super comfortable cooking chicken myself, and so I've been trying to experiment and find the best ways to make chicken. Then I got some wild Alaskan salmon. Usually I will get the barbecue cut because I think it tastes better, but this is healthier, and so I thought I'd give it a try. I haven't had the wild in a while. And then Jonathan got 2 pounds of ground beef for the smash burgers. So that's everything we got for our Trader Joe's haul this week. Oh, and we got 2 cards as well, so that added to the total. All right, I am ready to move over my phone to my new phone. I love how easy they make it. You just turn your phone on, just follow the directions. And I'm just going to just directly move my old phone to my new phone, since I like the setup that I did on my old phone. If you are interested in seeing my setup and how I did the custom homepage, I'll link my video where I explain that. All right, so I'm now just restoring from backup from this phone onto my new phone. But while I'm sitting here, I did get my phone case. So I ordered this online. I got the phone case from Apple because they did have MagSafe cases, of course, and they were only $50. And I was looking at cases at Casetify, and the one that was MagSafe would be like $70. And so I've heard really good things about the Apple cases. This is the one that I got, and when I ordered online, they gave me the choice to have it delivered the next day, which is really convenient. So that's why I got it so quickly. Okay. Pull this little tab. I really love how Apple products are so well engineered, the packaging. And I just got the light pink, and then I got a magnetic pop socket since I love pop sockets. I feel like if you don't have a pop socket, I recommend it. I highly recommend it, especially if you watch videos on your phone because it's really easy to prop up your phone. Got the pink because I thought it'd look really good with the gold. Oh, I love it. That looks great. I love how slim it is, and I'm really hoping that it does a good job protecting my phone since I am pretty klutzy. So I will report back if it doesn't, if my phone breaks, but I am hopeful and I love the design. Last thing on my to-do list today is to get my finances in order. This is what I've been putting off, if I'm being honest, because it's not necessarily the most fun thing to do, but it is important. And as you can see, I could probably clean up my desktop too. I have a lot of things saved on my desktop. I thought I would just share with you my process for getting my finances organized for the new year. So first things first, I am going to calculate my net worth. So your net worth is your assets minus your debts. So assets, I include everything. I include my retirement, everything in my bank account, even gift cards. Sometimes I will count. It depends. It just depends on how many gift cards I have. I'll also calculate if I do have any cash laying around. I'll try to organize that, just like whatever is in my wallet, so that I can get a really accurate, proper look of like my total net worth. Now that's keeping in mind that a lot of my retirement investments I can't pull out until I am about to retire. And so it's not necessarily like what I can pull out easily and what I can spend, more just a grasp of like the total picture. And then in terms of debts, that covers everything. And so especially if you have like low interest student loans, I don't want you to ever feel bad if you have a negative net worth. This is more just information, and it helps you with goal setting, like just to see where you're at. It doesn't have to be a positive number, especially if you're in a place in your life where you just, you have debt, and that's okay. So it would be your assets minus your debt to get the total number, and then every year I do set a goal for the following year. Now there's a lot of things that are dependent on that, such as income fluctuation, investment fluctuation. These are different factors that are not always in my control, but I do still like to set a goal for what to aim for so that I can incorporate that goal into my budget and how much I aim to save every month. After I figure out my net worth, I will then set up my budget for 2022. So what I do is I do input my predicted income based on my 9-to-5 job. Because I am salaried, it is easier to predict, which is really nice. And so I get paid bi-weekly, so I can account for what my typical paycheck is. I budget for post taxes because I just don't want to include my taxes on my budget. I just do like whatever is like in my actual paycheck after my 401k contributions, after my healthcare contributions, all of that fun stuff. I just like to budget from like my actual paycheck. It's just easier for me to calculate. But I'll do that month to month. I will look at notes from 2021, such as birthdays, vacations, anything that I predict I will need to budget for, I will put into my annual budget. Of course, everything is subject to change. It's hard to plan a year out, but at least I have kind of a rough idea of how much I can aim to save. Then as I'm actually living throughout the months, I adjust it, and then I input what I actually ended up spending. So I hope that you're not just like bored to tears at this point, but I know that finance can be kind of boring, but it is so important, and it's actually so interesting when you do run the numbers. You learn so much more about what you're spending, and honestly, at the end of the day, it's actually kind of fun because I feel like the most important thing when it comes to your finances is just being conscious of your finances, like just seeing where your money goes. It is so easy to just kind of like charge your card and not even look at it, not see how much money you're spending on each category per year. But when you do track it, it's actually really interesting. So like I mentioned before, I do budget in Google Sheets, so it's really easy to pull up, and it's also really easy to access from my phone too, which is really nice. So I'm going to get to work, and then I will check back in when I'm done. Taking a quick break from budgeting to report back that my phone is fully moved over, which is great, except my icons are not all there. So I will have to clean that up and figure that out, which I will do today. But back to budgeting. Don't know if you can tell, but it has since gotten a lot darker, but I calculated my net worth. I set up my budget for 2022, so now I just have to maintain it throughout the year. But I hope that you liked this vlog and got some inspiration for things to set up your year for success. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please like it and subscribe to my channel, and I will see you next week. Bye.